quick drive along. We're all very excited for him and Jennifer. And it's Rob's dad and his best man. I've seen Rob do a lot of things in his short life so far. I've seen him shoot model rockets. I've seen him fly model airplanes. I've seen him crash model airplanes. I've seen him solo flying on his 16th birthday. I've flown with Rob also on many occasions. I'm still here to talk about it. And I'm very proud of everything he's done today. I would say, though, that what I'm most proud of tonight is of the person sitting here at the table next to him, who 3.5 years ago, Rob had to pull out all the firepower in order to get Jennifer to succumb to his will. And she's no pushover. I think Rob knows that, and we're very pleased to have Jennifer be a part of our family tomorrow. And we all love her and like her very much. Rachel likes her, Ben likes her, Carson likes her, Jack likes her, our cat likes her, and I even like her dog. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
That might be pushing it.
Bailey had to stay over, and I said, gee, this dog. It gets to you. It really does. But if you'd all join me in a toast at this time to Robert, the groom. Here's to the happy man. All the world loves a lover. To the man who's conquered the bride's heart.
Cheers. Salute.
After Robert had the toast, I want to open the floor to anyone else who would like to toast the bride and the groom.
Well, 3.5 years ago, I never thought I'd be standing here in front of all you guys tonight. And 3.5 years ago, I didn't know where I was going, what I wanted to do. Everything in my life was still very much a question. And all those questions would be answered in a very short time when I met Jennifer. And I don't know if, just background on Jennifer and I, if you're interested. Jennifer and I met back in Riches, where she used to work and I used to work. When I came home from college, after her first year at George Washington, I had my part-time job at Riches, and first week back, I was walking through the store, just seeing what had changed in the store, and I don't know, I thought when I saw this person standing at the Estee Lauder counter, I was like, oh, I'm looking at a nice 19-year-old girl, she's my age, you know, everything's going good, but I knew instantly I was entranced by her, and never before had I seen a woman who possessed every quality that I could ever dream of, but except her big nose. We're gonna work on the big nose, but for those of you who don't know, that's just an inside joke. I really do love her nose. But I don't know. This is kind of a secret. I don't like to share this, but the day that I decided to go and talk to Jennifer for the first day, it took 4 grown men and about 4 hours to convince me to get the nerve to walk up to her and talk to her. And she was pretty intimidating because she was that beautiful, and I didn't think she'd want anything to do with me. And I didn't know her name. I didn't know anything about her, but I knew I had to find out. And after about an hour of sitting at the counter and making idle conversation and having her associates make fun of me behind my back, I finally got the nerve to ask her out to lunch. And little did I know that would be the first of many lunches that we would have together at that store. And it just continued on from there. And looking back at all the years that I've been with Jennifer, I can't ever remember a time when I doubted that we'd be together. We've never had any huge fight where we said, this isn't worth it, we're just going to give up. I mean, we have the regular arguments normal couples have, and I'm sure that planning this wedding in the past 3 months has increased those little arguments, but I think it's all worked out for the best. And I don't know, many people have commented on my personality since I've met Jennifer. And before Jennifer, everybody could notice in the way I carried myself that I was just genuinely unhappy. And you can obviously tell I'm not lying when I say that. However, once I started seeing Jennifer, there was a whole new light that was ignited from within. And everybody noticed it, and that light glowed out. It went out outward for me, and everybody saw the light that was burning inside of me, and it was because of her. And but for all the happiness that she's brought to me the past 3 years, I'm incredibly indebted to you, and I don't think I'll ever repay that. And but monetarily, I'll probably be indebted to you. That's just, I guess, the role of the husband, and I don't know if you ever looked at the number of shoes that she has in her closet. I'm sure they'll continue to grow. But anyways, I propose a toast. A toast to the woman who snuck into my life, changed it forever, and a woman who will be with me forever, I hope. And you are the one of the most precious things in my life. Your nickname wouldn't be precious because of anything else.
We're waiting, Rob.
But I just want you to know that no matter where the two of us are, whether it be Miami, Atlanta, or whatever, I know that God has intertwined our souls as one, and we'll never be apart again. Love you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So anybody else that has a toast, that'd be great.
I will. I can lighten it up if anything.
I can lighten it up.
That was incredible, Rob. And having known you like I have,
That was pretty incredible.
I can tell some truth. I don't know what all that other stuff he was talking about was, but I can tell all of you that one night, it was about midnight, I was doing laundry at my house, and our phone rang. And it was midnight, and I have daughters, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Who's calling this late? So I go pick up the phone, I say hello, hello, and there's nobody there. And then I start hearing something, and I realize I recognize the voice, and it was Rob's voice. And he was over at Jennifer's. And his cell phone had accidentally speed dialed our house. Well, I won't go into that. Anyway, but it did happen, didn't it, Rob? And an hour and 20 minutes later, I hung up. But the truth is that we've known Rob for a good while, and we've come to know Jennifer very, very well. Actually, I think I carried her up a mountain one time after she broke her ankle with some dancer that couldn't dance. But anyway. There's a kind of traditional toast that I do. And Janet and I have been married for quite some time. And it's kind of a toast that holds true for anybody who's willing to make a commitment to someone else. And that is that the difficult times will only be half as difficult, and the good times will be twice as good. Just remember that, and everything will be great. We love you guys.
I'd like to do a little toast now. I'm Rob's granddad. The only one he has left now. And I'd like to make a toast to the memory of his other granddad who passed away about a year or so ago. Walter Hammer, who was a very nice man and always lamented the fact that he only had grandsons. And now, in the last 3 or 4 months, or 5, he's gotten 2 granddaughters in law, and he hasn't been there to see them, and I think that's very sad. But I want to toast the bride and groom with some many happy years. I hope Rob gets over some of his little ways that caused him to set fire to my barn one time. I leave a retainer in Deming, New Mexico one time when we were on a little trip, and then about 8 miles later he said, "Oh." But he's coming around pretty well now. I'm doing good, and so I salute Rob and Jeff.
So I guess it's my turn. I met Jennifer in human anatomy in high school. And I didn't know this girl from Eve. And I didn't think that I would be here tonight with her. But Marla and I have some stories that we can tell. We won't go into those tonight. Going through college and the year after college this year. But I thought that she was my soulmate all the way through college. I go through school and spend the rest of my life with her and friends, and we always ended up together somehow. But 3.5 years ago, she met Robert, and she is now Robert's soulmate. So cheers to soulmates.
I'm gonna follow up. I'm Marla, the third of the trio, I guess. I met Jennifer and Heather both the first day that all of our parents dropped us off at the dorm at 18 years old. We thought we were absolutely ready to be completely independent and on our own. Now that I look back, I realize our parents had to have been scared to death, and they were so justified in being scared. But I think we turned out all okay, thanks to having, I know I turned out okay thanks to having these two by my side to guide me when I needed guidance. But I've only known these girls for a very short time in my short life, but it feels like forever. And I could not ask for 2 better friends, and to give one up to someone who has just shown me how much he realizes what a great girl he is getting gives me relief. I will share her with you, and I will give her to you gladly. Take care of her, because she is wonderful. Cheers.
Guys, since 3 years old, as long as I can remember. And I remember one of the first things with this new job he's got today and everything was we used to play cops and robbers till all hours of the night. We used to argue because I always wanted to be the robber and Rob always wanted to be the good guy. But I wanted to raise a toast. I know you said 3 years ago you didn't know where you were going, and I know there's a plan, and God has a plan, and there's a plan for everyone. I want to raise a toast to those uncertain moments ahead. I want to raise a toast to the spontaneity that is to come, and the many decisions that you have. And I look forward to seeing the two of you grow together in a true bond of love that I see before my eyes as governed by God is true. I mean, I was at the bachelor party last night, so I can vouch for all this. That's what I want to raise a toast to all the spontaneous moments ahead.
Here, here.
And the love that is to come. Tomorrow, your wedding day is also going to be like the 26th anniversary of my parents. So it's the exact same wedding day.
Wow.
So it's going to always be a special day for me. You know, I'm always going to associate the two forever. So that's
I'm Rob's brother. I'd like to raise a glass to him. In the past couple of years, Rob and I have grown really close since he went off to college and I went to visit him. It was a lot of fun. And I'm really glad we've gotten close since we're obviously 7 years apart. And obviously know this won't separate us, this marriage or anything, but I hope we can still grow with our relationship between each other, and I hope you two are very happy with each other.
I just want to say I moved to Atlanta in 1993, and one of the first persons I met was Rob. He was one of the best friends ever, you know, that I had ever met. He approached me. He was very friendly to begin with, and you know, I honored that ever so true our whole high school lives. Throughout high school, we had grew, and he had gone his way, and I had gone mine. We still stayed pretty close, and you know, I watched him grow. I watched him meet Jennifer, and I watched him, you know, fall in love, and I watched him. He told me, and he talked to me about how everything was going so well, and you know, all I could do was support him, and I really love the fact that I've met Jennifer plenty of times. We've hung out. I think Jennifer's a very special girl. I think Rob is very lucky, and all I want to say is God bless them both of them. I love both of them equally, and I hope they have a very wonderful life.
Here, here.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm the other brother. Rob and I we've never been the closest of brothers, but we were both 5 years apart, kind of like, you know, Mom always calls us the two oldest kids, and, you know, it's been hard at times, but, you know, his last 2 years in high school, we were roommates because we were downstairs in the basement together, and I know plenty of secrets that I don't have to share here, but I will have to say that I always know that if I have a problem, Rob will be there for me. And I was there when, it may not have been their first date, but on the first official date, I was there. I was upstairs watching Boogie Nights, and Jennifer came in and said, "You're letting your brother watch that?" And he was like, "I don't care, whatever." And I remember them going down to the trampoline, and they were there until I went to bed, and then the next morning they weren't there, so I don't know where they went, but but I do know that it's kind of cool because that was one of their first dates, and that's also where he proposed to her. So I was part of that first part of that whole 3.5 years of fun. And Jennifer coming into the family is just awesome because I've always wanted a sister, and I know that I can trust her with almost anything I have to talk about, and I really feel like she's like a sister I never had, and she really means a lot to me. She makes Rob happy, she makes all of us happy. We love taking her on family trips. She's she's really a great person. She just really brightens up everybody's day, and she never really is negative. She's always willing to, go. And so so I'm going to spring break down to Miami. I don't know about you guys, but, and we're going to go over to South Beach and have a great time. And that's what I want to raise my toast to is fun, because Jennifer really brought some fun into all of our lives, and I thank her for that.
Here, here.
I'd like to make a toast. A lot of you might not know me, but my name is Kevin, and I'm a DeKalb County police officer. This is how I met Rob. It wasn't like you think. I didn't arrest him or anything. I didn't do anything like that. But Adam will tell you, he's always been a police officer from his heart, from the word go. I was working a bank over here, Shamley Dunwoody, a rock throw from his house, and he happened to walk in one day. And he got in his ear, and he just started, and he was like, you know this, you know this, you know him, you know him. He wrote me a ticket. I was like, who is this? I was pretty fresh to the job too, and I didn't know what this kid wanted from me at first, and I was just like, And then he came back again, kept asking questions. I didn't want to be a mentor at first. Rob kind of forced his way underneath my wing, and I just took him and said, okay. He was a great kid from the beginning. I watched him grow over 6 years now. That's a long time, 6 years. He's done a lot of growing. He showed me a lot in the fact that he's willing to try once you get him pointed in the right direction. Jennifer, I think you really got a good man there. He's going to make you feel really at home, give you a good family. He's made me feel a part of his family, from his dad to his mom, his brothers. They've all taken me in. And anybody else that needs a mentor, this would be one that will be able to give it out. I'd just like to say my toast is to taking one step at a time, Rob. Remember that. And don't sweat the small stuff.
I never thought that I was standing at Robert, but by the way, Rob and I dated when I was in 9th grade in high school, and he sucked, okay? By the way, he was so mean to me. We dated for 4 months. We dated for on and off for 4 months, and he was really mean to me. And when we were together, we had a great time, but when we broke up, he would be like, I'm feeling tied down. We've been dating for a week, okay, by the way, and I'm feeling tied down. And I was like, okay, whatever, fine. The guy broke my heart over and over and over again. And I was really resentful of that for a really long time. I'm over it now. But our families have become really, really good friends because of Robin and my relationship so long ago. And honestly, I have never met someone who has changed so much since I've known him as Rob has. Especially since he met Jennifer. Because after he met you, he came to me and he was like, I was a huge jerk. I'm really sorry for everything I did to you. I was horrible. And those words, I never expected out of his mouth. And he really honestly was. And that's what makes me respect you so much, is that you made that out of him. No offense. But he's a great guy, and I always saw that underneath. And you really brought that out of him. And I just love you because I know how much he loves you, and that's all I have to say. So, to Jennifer.
Girl
You want it? Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Bill's
we got
gonna
one
do
more, and then you.
Okay, the cameraman needs to have a little say here. Okay,
Rob was a character from the time he was born. Just a little guy. I'll never forget him, like up at Grandpa and Grandma's farm. He'd always go run around with his shirt off. And he was so skinny. You know, he was the skinniest kid I've ever seen in my life. But he had a big chest, you know. It was the most amazing thing. He'd walk around like a little banty rooster, you know. And he was kind of a little tough guy. And, you know, I always kind of admired that about him. And, you know, I never really knew Jennifer that much. I've been around her a few times and stuff, and I always, you know, I know that there's a little difference in age and a little difference in, you know, IQ. No offense, Rob. Don't take it personally, buddy. You know, but he's always hung in there pretty good, and he's a good guy. And Jennifer, I just want to tell you why your marriage is going to work. Because Rob comes from a really great dad. Mike is a great guy, and his dad, Walter, was a great guy too. And you know, you're marrying into quality, and I wish you guys the best, I really do.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, now I think we have that.
My toast is totally blown. Robert, the toast that you gave catches in my throat. And I'm going to try to carry on with it. I hope from the toast you gave, I will be honored like the rest of your family who now calls you Rob. I've always called you Robert. And your family calls you Rob. And I will be honored to call you Rob because you made an outstanding declaration of love. And if I didn't realize it, I certainly do now. And I welcome you to my family. And I hope you will let me call you Rob. I'll never call you Robert again.
But as long as, this is a conditional thing, as long as I can call you John instead of Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, I would love it. I don't like it. Our little girl, Jennifer, who those of us know us well, when you talk about her, you call her the goose. And when you address her, you call her a goose. Well, the goose was born 20-something years ago, and she was kind of inconvenient, marrying labor for 12, 14, 15 hours. And what was so bad about it was I remain an avid Dallas Cowboy fan, and she was born during the Super Bowl game, and I didn't get to watch any of it. And I thought it was very considerate. And then Rob alluded to her big nose.
It's hard not to notice.
Yeah. I've always called her the can opener. But Jennifer has been the love of our life. She's the daughter we always wanted. We love her. She's, I guess, Tracy, there's all kind of stories. One of the stories was one of the earliest slumber parties that Jennifer had when we lived next door to Tracy. Was I came into the den the next day, and I looked up on the ceiling in the drywall, and there was a red stain on the roof, on the ceiling. And Jennifer's sharp. She's an excellent businesswoman. She has a lot of common sense. She's very calm. She knows how to deal with things. I called her and I looked at her and I said, what's that red stain up there? And she said, that's Jello. And we looked at it. A little 8-year-old kid sat there and looked at it with me. I said, how'd you get there? She said, it fell off the plate. And it was so cool the way she said it. I just said, okay. We are so proud of her. She is, I'm sincere into this family that is merging. I'm very happy with it. I'm excited about my daughter's venture into having a family. toast to them. I love them, y'all love them too, and good luck to you. We love you.
Now we have a multimedia entertainment feature here. I know you guys will like this. So,
It'll go quick.
yeah, it'll be quick. You need to reposition, or you want to take a quick break, that'll be fine. It'll take me a minute to get everything set up. And if you don't mind, if you distinguish the candles here on your table so we can all see your level.